G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Uboat on U764. It's the 31st of January 1945, so we're closing in towards the end of the war. And I'm back, and we're going to finish out the war. I'm glad to see that the most recent update of the game has not disrupted the file like it normally does, and we can continue with this campaign, which saves me from starting a new one all over, so pretty happy with that. And sorry for the time that I was away, but we're back and hopefully going to be back once a week with some U-boat for you. So here we are on the campaign map. Here's our patrol sector, and if we look at the map we can see the Allies are closing in on the homeland. So we're going up towards the north of Scotland. We're going to sink 10,000 tons and patrol these two sectors. So I'm expecting to see quite a bit of enemy escort ships in this area. There usually is, but we'll just keep chipping away at this Arctic convoys up here. Try and get that tally up towards the 250,000 mark. Okay, looks like we've got ourselves a convoy here, which is about time because we've done quite a few kilometers in this area and we've only seen small groups of what I assume are destroyers and fast craft. But we'll get our guy here on the hydrophone to have a coffee so that we don't lose this convoy. And we can plot a course to intercept. See which way they're heading. We'll start moving towards them, but it looks like they're also moving towards us, so that's pretty useful. So maybe we'll just stop the ship here and we'll plot their course and then we'll intercept when they get within range. Alright, here we go. We've got visual on them now. We can start looking with the periscope. So let's take a look just from a distance what we've got here. We've got a Swiss C3, so we probably won't be attacking that. That's a neutral boat. This destroyer here, definitely want to get that out of our way. Now we've got ourselves an American Liberty. Well, that's going to be good for us. That's going to put a fair few tonnage down for us, and another one. So there's our 10,000 if we can hit those. Nice big tanker here as well. That's going to be another 10,000 or so. Another Liberty. AB Hammond. Sunk you about 20 times already. That's right. And just a lazy Empire. Well, I think first things first, we'll let them close in, and then we're going to want to take this destroyer that's closest to us out, which is going to open up the rest of the convoy for me. We don't want to move too far away, but we just don't want to be in detection area of the enemy destroyer. So we've already got the direction of travel, which is 47 degrees. We've got another destroyer there as well, but really it's the one that's closest to us that we want to be taking care of first. So let's jump in and we can take a quick look. Got the cover of darkness on our side as well, which is handy. Might need to turn the red light on soon though. So let's have a look. We want the destroyer. So that's the Swiss C3, which we're not going to go for. Looks like an American C3 there in the distance as well. Here we go. Here's our destroyer. A little bit of a crap angle to try and recognize it. So we'll just have to probably go with a rough recognition here, and then kind of looks like that, eh? One funnel just behind the stack. We'll go with that, but we'll check it again when it gets a little bit more parallel to our shot that we're going to take. So 7 knots roughly. Distance wise probably still a little bit far, and a really bad angle at the moment for shooting as well. So I'll probably use a bit of time compression and let them come within a better shooting angle. We'll also need to recheck, make sure that our recognition is right. But that looks like a pretty decent angle for us now. So yeah, it kind of does look like one of these Hunt class destroyers. So we'll leave it at that. We just need to double check our shooting distance. And well within range, single torpedo. Make sure that goes to the right if it does miss. One torpedo should hopefully be enough to take care of this, and then we'll dive down and follow the convoy. Fire away. Got a good hit there on that destroyer. Looks like she's thrown her cargo over already, so she is going down. That's good news for us. It's going to open up the convoy, but they're going to be on high alert now, so we're going to have to dive down, and we'll just follow that line that we've plotted for them, and we'll intercept them a little bit further up to the north. Once they've calmed down again, we'll come in for a second strike.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf. Schwere Schäden am Rumpf. Feindlicher Zerstörer auf 7.
Alright, we're on the opposite side of the convoy now. Got ahead of them and doubled back around, and now we're going to attack from this side because there's another destroyer that I want to take care of before we start attacking the rest of the convoy. Once we get all the escorts out the way, then we can start taking care of business with the cargo ships. So what have we got here? We've got a destroyer, single funnel. No, it's not another Hunt class, it's something else. Big mast in the front. We'll go with that for now. A little bit tricky to finalize what it's doing. We'll suss that out though before we take the shot. So we just need to check to see if they have slowed back down to 7 knots or if they're a little bit faster. Okay, stop the clock there, so 8 knots. So we just need to give them a little bit more time. Hopefully not too long before they get into a bad shooting angle though. So we'll just double check again. Hopefully, I thought they were going to be about right the first time we checked the speed. Okay, stop the clock there again. So it's still doing 8 knots, but I don't think this is what we've recognized it as. It's not a Sims class destroyer. It's got 2 masts and a single funnel. So let's have a little look through. Make sure we get the right recognition, otherwise we might end up missing with the torpedo here. So it looks like a Black Swan class to me. And we will just double check that speed. I really want it to go to 7 because I guarantee if I shoot it will slow down to 7 anyway. Let's stop, 7 knots there, beautiful. So let's get a torpedo in the water and then we'll do the same again. We'll just stalk the convoy and we'll come in for another shot. Hopefully this will pull some of the other destroyers away from the rest of the convoy and give us a nice opening to attack. So everything is looking good. Fire away. Okay, looks like a good hit. Got a fire on board. Hopefully it's going to be enough. She's not going down super quick. Oh, yep, she is going to go. That's good news. So like I said, we'll stalk the convoy from here and we'll wait for an opening. And it looks like we're going to be able to pick up some serious tonnage out of this convoy if we keep going the way we are. Should be able to pretty much dismantle the whole thing. And that'll be a good count towards our active convoy's tonnage.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf. Feindlicher Zerstörer auf 2 Uhr. Feindlicher Zerstörer auf Rohr 1 geladen.
Alright, well we are on the other side of the convoy once again, and looks like this ship closest to us is breaking away from the rest of the convoy. So we are going to I know that I've got a T5 in the rear tube here, so as long as we're in front of it, we might as well use it. And we don't have to be all that accurate either with our solution, so we can just chuck pretty much anything we want in, and the T5 will home in and should hit this thing on the propeller. Don't know if it'll be enough to sink it, but it'll be certainly enough to slow it down. And we might be able to finish it up with a deck gun if it doesn't go down, or maybe it might stay dead in the water and we can come back, but we just fire off a pop shot here. So we don't need to be too fussy. We'll say it's doing 8. Say it's on a 70-degree course. Recognize it as anything. Probably got it right there. There's only a couple of tankers in the game anyway. And distance wise, we don't really need to be that fussy with this either, but we will. It's only 1.5 kilometers away. So 1 T5 comes your way, and hopefully that's going to be enough to get us started with some tonnage. Tube number 5, fire away. Okay, good hit there with the T5. Big fire on board, hopefully an explosion. Health is not looking too good either. Looks like she might go down. Okay, yeah, she went down real quick. That's good for us. Get back to the convoy now. Well, we're back with them. So here's our Swiss C3. We will leave alone for now. That ship's there a little bit far, but the ship to our starboard side, we'll let that close in. And we'll take a shot away at that. So that's a Liberty cargo. Definitely a good target for us. This one here is a bit far, so let's pan around. See what we can come up with. Normal lighting now because it's daytime. So what have we got? Here we go. Liberty cargo. Recognize that. I think they're still doing the same course as original. 47. Go with that. Distance, she is a fair way away, but she's probably close enough to get a torpedo in the water. Yep, plenty of room for that. Now we do need to double check speed because they could still be under alert from the previous attack. Okay, stop the watch there. Yeah, 9 knots. That's no good for us. We do not want to be launching torpedoes when they're doing that kind of speed. So we'll just have a quick look at this Liberty cargo as well. Might get lucky here and get 2 shots away at the same time. Don't know if we'll get 2 strikes, but we'll definitely try. And we'll just double check her speed. See if they're all doing 9 knots or... Okay, what's the verdict? 9 knots as well, so no good for us. Let's use a bit of time compression, let them move forward. Just don't go too much, please, because I still want to get a good shooting angle. So, as long as they're not past 90-degree shot, should be all good. Let's just have another look. Get another time reference. Should have slowed down by now. I thought they were going to beforehand. Even when we started sussing out this attack, I thought they would have slowed down by then, but obviously not. So we'll check again. Okay, final time. 7 knots. Hurrah! So 2 torpedoes straight away coming for you. That's what we need. ASAP, please. Tubes 3, tube 4. Get those in the water. Let's double check the distance first. And that should be a good hit for us, hopefully. Now, while we're at it, we'll try and get a second torpedo in the water to try and attack one of these other ships as well. Got ourselves another Liberty over here. So we'll send 2 more. 7 knots for you. Double check your distance. Need to be quick about this so that we get simultaneous hits if we do manage to strike them at the same time. Otherwise this will end up outrunning it if the other one's hit first. Okay, good. Got multiple hits on our initial target. Can't see, I think that might be the target up there in the distance with some smoke, but I don't think we've had a strike on it yet. But this Liberty here doesn't look like she's in good shape. Okay, hopefully that damage bar is going to continue to go down. Let's see if we can find this other Liberty cargo. Can't remember which direction it was really from my boat in relation to this one. So this one looks like it's going to go down, which is good. So we've got a fair few tons there already. It's a good start, but I was really hoping to get 2 shots simultaneous. Would have done good for our tally, and also one less ship to worry about attacking again in the convoy. So there we go, we've got our 10,000 tons, but we're hungry and we want more than that. Okay, so torpedoes look like they're going to miss. Unfortunate. Now they might loop back around and we might get lucky. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So that's annoying, 2 torpedoes wasted. Well, we'll have to come back and finish that ship off again anyway. Alright, well we've caught up to these freighters that were at the front of the convoy. We're ahead of them. So let's take a look. Okay, we've got ourselves a British C3 here. So that'll be a good target for us. They normally weigh quite a lot. There's the Swiss one. We don't want to be getting involved with that though. And here's a Liberty. Probably one of the ones that we missed. Well, the one that we missed. Sunk one, missed one. But I reckon we want to be going for the C3 here. Looks like it's doing a slightly different course though to these other guys. We'll just have a quick measure up, see what you're doing. Find one line there, north to south. Yeah, we're doing about 54 degrees. The rest of them are doing 47, so I don't know why they've split off from the group, but it's good for us because now they're on their own. Just hope they don't change course halfway through us doing this solution. Or while torpedoes are in the water. We've already wasted 2, we don't want to waste any more. So let's take a look. There you are. Recognize you, C3 cargo. Front of the queue there. Course 54, 55-ish. Distance, are you within 5? You will be soon. Now we're going to try and be a bit cheeky and send other attacks. Probably not, these guys are a bit too far away for that. So we'll just do another attack after we've done the C3 here. Hopefully we'll get 2 hits and she'll go down, and then we can reposition and come in for another attack. So tube 1 and tube 3. We haven't got a whole heap of torpedoes left after this, I wouldn't say. So let's fire those away and let's see how our luck is. Well, no go with the C3 unfortunately. I didn't do a speed check on them. I just punched in 7 knots and looks like our torpedoes have gone sailing on behind, so they must have still been on a high alert from before, but thought I'd given them enough time there to calm down. So we've got to do a speed check now and we'll chuck another torpedo into the water, but that's 4 torpedoes wasted unfortunately at the moment. Okay, so 6 knots So they must have slowed down. So we'll send tube number 4, and hopefully that's going to be a hit. Better double check our distance. We've also got tube number 5 we can send, which will be a guaranteed hit. But hopefully tube number 4 is going to also be a good hit there for us. If we can get 2 hits on it, then that will mean she goes down. 1's never enough for a C3. So tube 4 and tube 5, fire away. Okay, so tube number 5's hit first, even though I launched tube number 4 first, so maybe we didn't get lucky with tube 4, but tube 5's done the business here for us. Certainly going to slow her down. I don't know if the T5s travel faster than a T whatever was in tube number 4, but I don't think we're going to get lucky enough to finish that up with the torpedoes, and we've wasted too many torpedoes as it is, so we shouldn't really launch any more. Still a couple of other ships that we should try and get involved with rather than continuing to waste torpedoes on this. We could probably try and use the deck gun if we can. I know the C3s do have weapons on them, but if it's dead in the water like that, then it might be easy enough for us to do it with the deck gun. So let's just take a look at the map here. Okay, so our torpedo hasn't even reached it yet, but we might get lucky here. Looks like that strike on the rear of the ship might have slowed it right down. Hopefully it is moving, but it's not going fast. Hopefully, there we go. So we did get it. So tube number 4 has saved us, which is good. That's going to give us a fair bit more tonnage and saves us having to come back with the deck gun as well. The C3 goes down, so now we can focus our attention on trying to sink one of those Liberties as well. Hopefully if we've got enough torpedoes, and we can stop missing, I hope. Okay, we're coming in for another attack here on a Liberty. It's hopefully what we're going to sink. Would be nice to get a good strike on it. So recognize that, Liberty cargo. Velocity, I will double check, or I will time it. I haven't been too fussed about timing them. I should be a little bit more careful with my planning like that. Most of the time I just think they're doing 7. So course 57, just relock on course 57, distance looks well within range of our torpedo, so it should be easy pickings here. Now speed, the important one. Start the clock there. Okay, stop the clock there. Yeah, 8 knots, so that's no good. We will give that one a little bit more time. 7 knots is the magic number for us. And I've got another Liberty here, so we might as well recognize this. Course should be the same as the other one. Distance, check that. Yeah, looks like they're doing the same course. So 57 for you. What about your speed? Are you also doing 8 or are you doing 7? If you're doing 7, we'll attack now. Okay, so 6 knots. Really? Well, that's no good. I don't like that. So I'm gonna sail on up with the convoy here, and I'm gonna cut back in a little bit. They should have gone down to 7 knots by then. But we'll just shadow them for now, and then we'll come in and hopefully we'll guarantee ourselves some more hits here. But looks like I'm just rushing a little bit here, trying to get the kills, but they're still in panic mode. Okay, we're ready to attack, so they should definitely be doing 7 knots by now. Plenty of time for them to do that. So 7 knots. You are going to double check your distance first, and then we're going to launch 2 torpedoes at you. I don't actually know how many torpedoes we have left, but would like to get both of these Liberties down if possible. So double check the distance for you. Yep, well within range. So we've only got 3 torpedoes. That's a little bit tricky, isn't it? So we'll launch these 2 at this one. We'll launch 1 at the other. And if we have to, or can, then we'll use the deck gun to finish that up. But well, it hasn't been a great return for me. Looks like I've forgotten how to play the game, I suppose. Been away for 6 weeks, so can't blame me for that. So we'll fire this. Well, it's not looking good. A little bit of an anticlimax here for the episode, unfortunately. Done a lot of missing on these Liberties. But yeah, that's unfortunate. We did get a fair bit of tonnage either way, but it's never enough, is it? I would have liked to get more. So that's unfortunate. And we're out of torpedoes now, so we've got no choice but to head back home. We're not far enough away from the port to request a resupply. It will just tell us to go back to port and do it from there, so that's where we'll be going. Well, just over a week away at sea, and U764 returns back to Bergen, and Gunther here gets himself a medal. Okay, it looks like we're all getting medals today. 15 patrols that one's for, so the boys will be happy with that. And what are we going to get for ourselves? We are going to get nothing. Apart from the same one. Well, we don't really deserve anything after that patrol, to be fair. Didn't sink anywhere near enough as what I would like to do. So yeah, a couple of ships. We did sink the Hammond again though. So yes, we didn't really sink enough. 3 freighters and 2 destroyers. Not even 20,000 tons. Pretty crap standards, unfortunately. Well, hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Sorry about the shocking return. Wasn't really good enough on my part. Was rushing quite a bit there. Just wanted to get an episode out because I haven't had one out for a few weeks now, and I've been on holiday for 6 weeks, so time to get back into it. But yeah, better go and do some practicing, and hopefully the next episode will be a bit better. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.